Guys, what is up? Back at you once again. It is your boy Chan, that freaking Mark. Guess what? It's Tuesday night. Time to check into the SmackDown hotel, bro. Just do it. So, we have this here episode of SmackDown Live opening up with Charlotte coming out and just being facetious as fuck about Becky Lynch's actions on last night's Raw, talking about how maybe she probably regretted some of those actions, and just generally kind of being a bitch, and that led into like a really elongated fucking WrestleMania sign point, and I was just like, yeah, dude, I get it. And then I got it, because Becky Lynch came out, and she's suspended, so that's a big deal, right? And the whole time, Charlotte's just like dad jokes when she's coming down. This whole time, Charlotte was just like dad joking it up. Stop, Charlotte. Stop it, okay? Becky gets in the ring, and they just start arguing like children. It's awful. I don't like when grown women argue like children. It is terrible. Triple H comes out to put an end to this, right? Immediately is just like, Charlotte, get the fuck out of here. This doesn't concern you. Puts her in her place. Good job, Triple H. I respect that. He's telling Becky to go home, and he's like really emphasizing it. And you know, she's being the man. She's being a hard ass. She's not really having it. So, no. As Triple H is just like, yo, go home. I'm done with this. Leaves. He's like, yo, how's Steph? Because, you know, I punched her in the face the other night. Just wanted to know how that's going for her. That really pissed Triple H off, because it just led into this whole spiel where the moral of his story is Becky's afraid of Ronda Rousey, and that's why she keeps finding ways to divert her path. And you know what Becky does? Slaps Assassin right in the fucking mouth for it. Wasn't having that. Just stares at him like a boss, probably had a smart-ass smirk on her face, and just walked out. It was as simple as that. Hell yeah, Becky. And next up, we are going to have ourselves a match. It is them, their Good Brothers, versus the newly formed tag team of Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura. Or should I say the once-in-a-lifetime tag team. It's going to lead into more things. You know how I know? Because this match was basically, at one point, Lana helping Shinsuke back into the match, and they were like making a big deal about it on commentary. They're just like, oh my god, that's teamwork right there. And Shinsuke got in just to basically cause a distraction for a second, and cause a distraction is exactly what he did, because he took all of Carl Anderson's momentum away in just like a heartbeat. They won. It was Rusev and Shinsuke getting the win, celebrating a victory at the end of all this. So yeah, I bet this is definitely going to lead into some more things. See what happens with it. Guess what we have next? Mustafa Ali versus Randy Orton. Although Randy Orton definitely has a history of loving to throw around dudes that are smaller than him, just like it's nothing, he couldn't quite sing brother Mustafa Ali, if you know what I mean. He was trying to throw him around like he was some kind of sing brother, but he just couldn't accomplish it, because Mustafa Ali was just like really giving it to him in this match, and they've just kind of been booking Mustafa Ali really awesomely recently. I hope they continue to do that, and especially in the upcoming Elimination Chamber match. That would be really dope, guys. Something that was kind of really cool and notable that you don't really see too often that happened in this match was Randy Orton prematurely RKOing and kind of looking like a dipshit for a second. Everyone in the crowd like gasped and awed, because you don't really see shit like that where things don't work out. It was cool, but you know, because Randy Orton was made to look like a dumbass for a second, he had to make up for it with an actual RKO, and he did exactly that. Mustafa Ali was getting ready to do his 045, I think I said that right, and he just pulls his legs out from underneath him, RKOs his ass out of nowhere. It was actually kind of cool. Hate to give him props, but it was pretty legit. Won. But you know what the best part of this match was? Samoa Joe coming out right afterwards and just choking the shit out of him. Coquina clutch, bitch. That was maybe a reoccurring theme of this episode? Who knows? After Samoa Joe's done doing that, he just starts walking up the entrance ramp, and Daniel comes out, and he's like, hell yeah, I'm gonna beat down Daniel. And then Daniel's new buddy Rowan comes out, and he's like, okay, I'm just gonna mean mug Daniel and just maybe walk around him a little bit. What's up? What's up? And that's just kind of how this ended. So that ridiculous stare down just kind of led into a Daniel Bryan promo where he proclaimed himself as Washington's favorite son, and he was not bullshitting, because these people were hot as fuck for Washington, like everything he said they loved. So it was actually kind of awesome to see him being still Daniel Bryan, but the people just being completely behind him the whole time. Rowan is talking about how people fear them because they're really intelligent, because they know how to read books, and then guess what just happens? Right out of nowhere. Wasn't even expecting it. I know! A dick move of the night from Daniel Bryan. And you're just gonna be like, what did he do? Here's what he did. He acts like we don't know the product. Daniel Bryan shows us a video package of the Elimination Chamber, and maybe something important happened? I don't know, because it was basically just showing me what an Elimination Chamber match is. I know, dude. It's one of the things that I look forward to, because you guys only do these things at gimmick pay-per-views anymore. I fucking get it, man. When that segment was over, though, it led into a backstage interview with Jeff Hardy where AJ Styles interrupts him, and then it was just testosterone and arguments, and Jeff Hardy left, and he was like, bitch. I ad-libbed that last part. We then have ourselves a match between Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville versus the Iconics versus Naomi and Carmella. And Naomi and Carmella are definitely friends, and you know how I know that? Because they told me in a promo right before the match, so I definitely believe them on that one. The match just kind of goes on itself, though. It really just kind of gets to a good old pop there once Naomi and Mandy get, face to face. And it's not too long before we get ourselves some shenanigans, and then guess what happens? Mandy Rose is the one who gets the upper hand, and then pins Naomi. Ain't that some shit? It's alright, Naomi, eventually you're gonna get your comeuppance, and it's gonna be awesome. I know it's there somewhere, but the part I was confused about is, so Mandy and Sonya won, and they're in the Elimination Chamber. Awesome. What would have happened if the Iconics won, though? Because they're already in the Elimination Chamber. Or did I miss that part in translation somewhere? At me, bro. We then have ourselves the main event for the evening. Jeff Hardy versus Daniel Bryan. And you know what? Jeff Hardy is just still fucking going, man. He's not phased in the slightest, okay? It was just him being reckless. Go back and watch the part where towards the end of the match, Jeff Hardy gives Daniel Bryan the twist to fate sit down version of it that he does anymore. Daniel just sells it awesomely. Looks like it just knocks the fuck out of him. Jeff goes for a swanton, and then as he goes to get the victory here, Rowan pulls his ass out, gets disqualified, and just beats down on Jeff for a minute there, throws his ass inside so Daniel can get a label lock on him, and guess who shows up again? Samoa Joe, just so he can start putting Daniel Bryan's ass to sleep, and that's exactly what he does. Orton piles on out there, Mustafa Ali comes out of nowhere and just kicks two bitches at once. It was fucking fantastic, and AJ comes out in style, alright? He makes sure that his music got played, so I respect you on that one, AJ. Very respectable There's a lot of respect in this episode. So, hell yeah, brother. AJ just comes out to clean house, though, because he's AJ motherfucking Styles, and that's what he does, right? Daniel Bryan flees because he didn't want to get involved with that. He's basically just a really angry vegan bitch. Something to that extent, I guess. Rowan likes to wear Viking metal t-shirts. Not the point, okay? Backstage, he's just yelling at Dasha for no fucking reason. Well, I guess it was because he came around the corner and he knew that she was going to be there to ask him a question right off the bat, and he didn't appreciate it. Maybe approach a different technique, Dasha. Go back to the ring, and AJ's, you know what he's doing? He's pointing, because it's sign pointing season, and that's how this here episode of SmackDown ends. With some fucking sign pointing, brother. Alrighty, amigos, this is the part of the show where I whip it out. My grading scale, that is, of course, I'm referring to. Just to recap it to you again real fast. From the bottom to top, we got ourselves the shat, the crap graps, the deece. It's not too shabby. And then we have ourselves some happening graps. Let's just take a look back on this episode. Okay, Becky Lynch continuing to be a badass and just beating down on McMahon's. I guess Triple H counts as a McMahon. Awesome. Sweet. I want to see Good Brothers win because, hello, do you not know AEW is a thing? But I'm also glad that anytime I do get to see Good Brothers, so, okay. I'm really looking forward to the Women's Elimination Chamber match and just seeing those awesome titles get crowned already. So, that part was sick. Daniel Bryan's still a massive fucking heel. All in all, you know what? Let's just Let's just fucking do it, okay? Happening Graps. There you go. Having a good time with it. Enjoyable. Yep, there we go. I think that is going to be maybe the first edition of the Happening Graps, but who knows? It was a good episode of SmackDown Live. Let's see what happens at Elimination Chamber. It's going to be mother-freaking awesome. And until that happens, it has been your boy, Chin, that freaking Mark, here talking about Graps, because it just needs to be done, doesn't it? Alright, we'll do it again sometime. Sounds like a plan. I will probably have to catch you then. Deuces.